All right, so there's two big elements when it comes to SEO and ranking in search engines. There's on page and then there's off page. On page is kind of what it sounds like. It's all of the elements on the actual page or post or website. And then off page SEO factors and elements means all of the backlinks and other content and other websites that are linking to the page that you want to rank to kind of tell Google that this website or web page is an authority or very relevant to the keywords that you're trying to target and rank for in the search engine. So in this video, we're going to talk about on-page SEO elements and the ones that I pay attention to. So you don't have to overthink this. If you go all the way back to my initial videos about how SEO works and kind of the structure of the internet and how it's all based in HTML, and HTML, which is the backbone of the internet and all the websites that we visit, it hasn't changed over decades, and so that means that basically the structure hasn't changed that much. So the factors that mattered in the beginning still matter, are still kind of the main elements that Google uses to go out there and find and organize and kind of curate information online. It's just the only reason the search engine results change is because, and that Google and other search engines change their algorithm is to kind of adjust themselves to black hat SEO techniques and spammers out there that are trying to temporarily game the system and get an edge and rank fast. But usually those kind of techniques and strategies, they're not sustainable, they're not evergreen. And so if you just stick to some of these basic on-page factors, then not only will you start to see your website ranking, but you don't have to worry about all these algorithm changes and getting slapped by Google and stuff, because you're just playing within the confines of their rules and what they're looking for, and because they really want to be the best search engine results out there, and so they want to find and organize the best possible articles and content out there based on whatever their users and visitors are typing in and searching for. So these are the main SEO factors that I pay attention to on page. So first off is the title article, or the article title. This is the first thing that you see in any article. If you scroll up here, that's the title here. And then the second thing I pay attention to is the URL of the article. So you may want to add in a couple of additional keywords and kind of sort of potentially keyword stuff, keywords into the article. It doesn't have to be the exact same keywords as the actual title is, and to edit that within WordPress, whether it be a post or a page, you can click edit and then customize the actual URL structure and then click update or save. So it doesn't have to be the exact same words that you're using for your title. So if you want to kind of vary it up or throw in some additional relevant keywords into your permalink or your URL for the website, you can do that here by clicking edit. And then just making sure that the article is relevant to the keyword that you're targeting. In the previous video, I mentioned that we're going to be focusing on long tail keywords, so you don't have to really worry about keyword stuffing or making sure it's in there in your article like 10 or 12 times or 3 times per every 100 words or anything like that. Just make sure that it reads very naturally. You may want to have your main keyword in there, or an alternative version of the keyword in there that you're trying to target, maybe 2 or 3 times, and that's it. That's enough. And then if you have images, you'll a good idea, good practice is to use alt tags. Basically, that is just helps Google and the search engines identify what that image is about. So if I had an image here on this page, if I clicked image and added this, the alt text is right here. So it just basically, again, just describes to the search engines what this is about. Because currently with the internet, I still don't believe they're able to actually read all the words on inside of images. So this kind of helps the search engines and also people that are blind or visually impaired, that use kind of screen readers. It kind of helps tell them what is on the page if there's an image, because if there's no data in here, no description or anything, then those screen reading softwares and solutions can't really inform those that are visually impaired about exactly what's on the page. So that's only if you're using images. And just type in something relevant to what the image is about, basically. I generally like to have one or maybe a few outbound authority links, and what I mean by that is if this article is about investing in real estate, and might want to link out to an authority real estate site. And what that does is it basically just lets Google know that, hey, this is a regular website. It's very natural to link out to a high authority website in this particular niche. So something like, I don't know if there's like a realestate.com or a real estate network or whatever, something that would be highly relevant to this information, maybe even a Wikipedia page on what real estate is or something like that. But basically just, one or two authority links, because especially if your site's a brand new site, it obviously doesn't have any authority or very little authority. And so you just want to kind of communicate to the search engines that, hey, this is just a normal website, it's got great information, it links, and it also links to highly relevant, valuable information as well. And then additionally, you may want to link to related posts or pages on the same website, but mainly focus on the title, the URL, and making sure that the article is unique and very relevant to the long tail keywords that you're targeting, and that you don't have to worry about like keyword stuffing or anything like that. But just the fact that you're targeting long tail search phrases is going to give you an edge, and just the fact that you are targeting those long tail keywords, and that you are taking the time to write even an article that's just a couple of hundred words, maybe a couple of paragraphs. Other people are just not going to take the time to do that. So that in and of itself is going to give you an edge over most other websites on the internet about the same topic. So those are the main things that I pay attention to as far as on-page SEO. So if you optimize for these main elements, you should be good. There's no real reason or that much of a benefit to getting super overwhelmed with every single minute detail when it comes to SEO. Obviously, the more things that you're optimized for in a bunch of different areas, as far as meta tags and meta descriptions, those elements may add a little bit of extra juice and boosting your search engine rank, but again, there's no reason to get really overwhelmed by all the different elements out there. Just focus on these main couple, and you'll be good. Once you start ranking, once you start getting some traction and traffic to your websites, if you want to kind of go in there and make refined little changes to see if that improves your on-page SEO and your rankability in the search engines, you can do that. But focus on these main couple elements initially, and you can always come back later and make little tweaks in the future once you start to gain some traction, traffic, and momentum.